With new gaming handhelds popping up almost every week, it can be overwhelming to find the right one for you, especially when every tech company wants a piece of the action. Nobody wants to end up with a handheld that becomes outdated too soon or doesn't suit their needs. That's why in this video, we've put together a list of the best handhelds, hoping to make your decision easier. So without further delay, let's jump into our selection for the top handhelds now and looking ahead to 2024. Kicking off our list is Valve's Steam Deck, and it shouldn't come as a surprise. What makes it popular is its fair pricing for handhelds. The LCD model is priced at $400 and the OLED model at $550. Let's focus on the OLED model as it's the better of the two. For $550, you get a whopping 512 gigs of storage, which is incredible. I mean, this thing can literally compete with a gaming console with that storage. The Steam Deck OLED is a bit bigger than the LCD model, but is very comfortable to use. It boasts a 7.4-inch OLED display that's brighter, faster, slightly larger, and more vivid than the 7-inch IPS panel on the entry-level model. The Steam Deck OLED now lasts longer thanks to a more efficient display, improved AMD APU, and a larger battery. Valve says it can run for 3 to 12 hours depending on the game, while the LCD model lasts between 2 and 8 hours. The larger fan keeps it cooler and quieter, and though performance is similar, the OLED model may offer a slight edge with a few extra frames in certain games. However, its size is a drawback. It's 2 inches thick and a foot long. The LCD Steam Deck can get warm and noisy, and the D-pad feels mushy. Yet contoured grips on the back offset the bulk, and both versions are sturdy, with responsive buttons, smooth joysticks, and useful touchpads. For more gaming power, consider the Asus ROG Ally over the Steam Deck. Priced at $700 with an AMD Ryzen Z1 Extreme APU, it outperforms the Steam Deck with higher frame rates and resolutions. The 7-inch LCD display, though not as vibrant as the Steam Deck OLED, has a sharper resolution and faster refresh rate, supporting variable refresh rates for smooth visuals. The ROG Ally runs on Windows 11, providing access to games from various platforms. However, its battery life is shorter, and there have been quality control issues, notably ejecting micro SD cards. If you're into emulation and have some extra cash, the AY Odin 2 is the ultimate retro gaming handheld. Priced at $300 for the base model with 8 gigs of RAM and 128 gigs of storage, it runs on a Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 chipset, the same as recent flagship Android phones. While it's a bit pricey compared to the Steam Deck, the Odin 2 offers exceptional performance. The device effortlessly handles PS2 and GameCube games at 2 to 3 times their native resolution, with other systems like PS1 and 64, 3DS, and Dreamcast typically playable at a 3 to 4 times upscale. It even manages to smoothly run many Switch games. The hardware is well designed, featuring ergonomic grips, a reliable D-pad, face buttons, triggers, and joysticks with Hall effect sensors to prevent drifting issues. Additional features include a fingerprint scanner, dedicated return button, micro HDMI out port, and 2 customizable back buttons. The 6-inch 1080p touchscreen is impressive, and the device's battery life is superb, lasting over 8 hours for emulating systems like the PS2 and exceeding 20 hours for lighter tasks. It supports 65-watt fast charging. Cloud streaming and native Android games work seamlessly, and the device runs on a lightly modded version of Google's OS, offering a familiar interface. The Odin 2 may be in and out of stock, but for playing classics or streaming modern games without a hitch, it's hard to beat right now. If you're eyeing a Windows handheld with a larger display, the Lenovo Legion Go is a strong contender at $700, equipped with the Ryzen Z1 Extreme chip for robust performance. Featuring an expansive 8.8-inch panel boasting a sharp 2560 by 1600 resolution and a high 144 Hz refresh rate, it offers an immersive gaming experience. Borrowing a page from the Switch, it includes detachable controllers and a built-in kickstand for convenient tabletop gaming. These controllers even come with touchpads to simplify navigation in Windows, a feature lacking in the ROG Ally. With slightly better battery life than the Asus counterpart, it presents a decent option. However, being a Windows handheld, Lenovo's software adjustments aren't as polished as Asus's Armoury Crate, leading to a somewhat half-baked user experience. The bulkier and heavier design, about half a pound more than the ROG Ally, may cause fatigue during extended use. The louder fans and the absence of variable refresh rate are additional considerations. Nevertheless, if you're committed to a Windows device, the Lenovo Legion Go is worth considering. That concludes today's video on the best handhelds for now and heading into 2024. What are your thoughts on this list? Any honorable mentions you think should be included? Thank you for tuning into this video, and we'll see you in the next one.